Since its founding over 40 years ago, the Burn Center at Saint Barnabas Medical Center has healed thousands of patients in New Jersey and beyond. But the healing process doesn't end when a patient is discharged. In many ways, that's when the process really begins. That's when our patients, many deeply scarred, begin a lifelong journey of healing, of coming to terms with the impact of their injuries and returning to a full and active life. Their stories are an inspiration to us all.
Right when I was discharged, I went and lived with my grandparents for 2 years in New Jersey so I could be close to the Burn Center and continue my healing and therapies. And then the beginning of 3rd grade, I went to live with my aunt and uncle in Germany. And they never let me use the word "I can't." They always encouraged me to try new things and to go out of my comfort zone. And I think it changed me physically, but it also made me overcome differences and challenges that an average child wouldn't necessarily have to overcome. But they didn't let me hold being in the fire. Like, I couldn't use that as an excuse.
Seeing how severe injured I was and how I was gonna do the same things I was doing before. Okay, my knees were destroyed, my arms were destroyed. That was probably a very scary moment in time, you know, at that time, doing the treatments.
When it was time for me to be discharged from the unit, I was a little nervous at times because, you know, I just had my hands released from my abdomen and everything, and, you know, I was really sore. I couldn't really move my arms a lot. So I had a lot of work ahead of me, you know, and then with my foot, you know, trying to walk wasn't exactly the easiest thing to do. And I lived on the 3rd floor of an apartment building, so when I got home, all I did was look up the stairs like, how am I getting up there?
The strength that I had to display to get through this was, you know, my mother being a single parent, and no matter what she had to face in life, she had to make sure that me and my sister were taken care of. I kind of applied the same thing to when I was in the burn unit. I wanted to be in a certain place in my life no matter what the obstacles were. I went back to school and I finished my degree in business management, and someone actually from Mount Clair State University from the fire safety program reached out to me and said, would I come on campus and speak about what happened at Seton Hall? And it was one of those things where I kind of said, this is the path that I think that I'm supposed to take in life.
It has helped me overcome differences. It has helped me become stronger. I do feel like I go into challenges more forward than really stepping back. But on a day-to-day basis, I just think I'm just a normal person.
Sometimes I think to have what I have right now, would I be willing to get burned again? Okay, because this is the life I have now. Okay, I don't know what my life would be if I wasn't burned. You know, I could have went a completely different path. But the path that I have right now, I'm extremely happy at how my life turned out.
My injuries never kept me back from anything. I put it in my mind that I got to do something. I just go and do it, and that's how I always was. You know, I learned from my grandfather a long time. You can do anything you want as long as you put your mind to it. And that's what I do. I put my mind to it and I can do whatever I want.
In life, you kind of question why certain things happen to you. You wonder, you know, why did you have that accident? Or why, you know, why did that person have to die? And in our case, why did we have to go through this fire? It's when I get to see all those faces in the audience and say, hey, look, pay attention to your surroundings. Make sure that you know where your fire exits are. Treat each other with love, because you never know when you're going to be in a situation where you're going to need help from someone.
The biggest thing was, for me, was, able to go back to the fire department, do what I have to do, help train other guys not to do where I was at, and keep them safe.
If anything, it's made me braver and bolder and ready to overcome more challenges that have come into my life.
I see life a totally different way than I did before I was injured, okay? I have a great respect for life.
The healing journey from a burn injury can be long and challenging. And while the experience of each patient is unique, most begin that journey the same way, through the courage and skill of firefighters who rescued them from the flames and delivered them into the care of the burn center team. Without their bravery and selfless commitment, there would be no healing journeys, no inspiring stories that celebrate the tenacity of the human spirit. Tonight, we honor the courage it takes to face those dangers by honoring firefighters everywhere, and especially our 2018 Valor Award nominees.